Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Leos. My deepest apologies. I needed a break. I needed to rest a bit, and so I did. I allowed myself to do that, and we did not get your eclipse reading. I may do that. I said I would love, I might do that. We'll see. But we're for sure going to do your April reading, so let's get into your energy for the month of April. My luminaries, I missed my sun and my moon. But let's get into the Leos. So, what's Leo's primary energy for the month? Ooh, Leos. Okay, well, there we have it. Overthinking a little bit, Leos. Feeling a little stuck in your mind. Feeling a little trapped by your thoughts. There's a very confident, self-assured energy. You're showing up in a very nice, strong position at the beginning of the month. Or you may have someone who's a little also showing up in a very powerful position. We're up to 2 8s now. Running up against maybe some of that perfectionism, which might be why you're feeling a little stuck, because you're wanting it to be perfect before you stop working on it, or before you move from working on it, working on yourself, working on your projects, working on whatever. There's the becoming an expert, really finding that confidence in like the work that you've done, the time and energy you put into it, and then getting that excitement. You may even find inspiration to work on something new. We get a king of swords. So this is always very like writer, professor, teacher, instructor, CEO, like it's very boss energy, very high up communicator, very gifted communicator. So this could be someone who's showing up for you. Maybe you're feeling the fire, you're feeling the confidence, you're feeling the protection, you're doing the work and getting that done and becoming that expert, feeling that fire, and then maybe finding someone who could be a guide or an instructor for you. Or perhaps you're mastering that energy of communication yourself and being able to share and stepping into this role of like, okay, I've mastered this. It's time for me to share this with others. Your next card is a 9 of Wands. There's a lot of hard work here. It's an energy of really like pushing forward, pushing to the completion of these goals, really working towards that. The clarifier is a new kind of emotional space. With that page of, lots of cups popping up for you, all watery. So the work that you're getting towards, the goal that you're attempting to complete is 1 page of cups, accepting and exploring and moving with the energy of water, the energy of emotional depth. You may literally be moving or buying a new car, transportation, things like that. So you may be doing the work of like, okay, I'm starting this new venture. I'm accepting it. I'm moving with it. I'm literally moving to be in a better space for myself or to go further with my goals. Or you may just be saying that like, it's time for me to move forward. It's time for me to do this internal work and this external work. It's time for me to get on board, get on the same page, work with this energy, not work against this energy, and to leave behind a space where it's just not been the best for you. It's not exactly what you want. And so there's like this understanding that, okay, I need to keep pressing forward because I'm not finished yet. The space that I'm in is it's not my final destination. There is more, there is further, and I'm going to get that, and that's going to take some time, some energy, and some effort. We have the Emperor popping up, literally that lovely Aries energy. And so we're back to a 4 now, stabilizing all these things you've been working on. You may find someone who is helping you to stabilize this. Very quick, fast communication. Knight of Swords, fast messages, lots of talking, lots of discussions, some warning of the things that didn't work out. That makes a lot of sense with an 8 of Cups at that towards the middle of the month. Yeah, there were things that you let go. Emotionally, there were things that you left behind. And although they might not have been negative spaces, you may not have wanted to let go of them or wanted to move past them. We have a 5 of Swords right after that, so some trust issues. Learning to trust yourself, learning to trust others. There's a lot of space here about like your emotional health and well-being. We have your outcome as the Justice card. So cause and effect, what you do, what you put in is what you're going to get out. 7 of Wands, you will have some victory, but you may have to defend those reasonings, defend that steps, defend the space that you have kind of conquered or overcome. 2, the High Priestess. There is a balancing that needs to happen. So external balance is going to depend on internal balance, your ability to be able to be brave, go behind the curtain. And this will open you up to new emotional connections, open to more emotional fulfillment. It will balance out that heart that's been unbalanced. I'm curious as to what is the other side of the, if it was the mind stuff, what was the other side? Yeah, okay. So it was the new idea. It was the new idea. It was the breaking out of this Eight of Swords. It was all of this Swords energy that was popping up for you over here. So, and this King of Swords. So whether this was something that had to do with perhaps a father figure or very someone who felt like they were very mentally advanced, that they were very smart, very intelligent, very articulate, that they could express themselves really well, and they would use that in order to be able to kind of bulldoze over you who may have been a bit more passionate, a bit more fiery. And although you too would have no problems with kind of butting heads against them, it may have been very frustrating to feel like you're constantly having to organize for an argument or to defend yourself or something of that nature. So there may have been a shift in energy that needed to happen between an individual who carried this, but it may have also been a shift of energy that needed to happen with you externally with this energy for yourself, of being able to recognize your intelligence as well as your fire and your mental, the Wands and the Swords. Getting those things onto the same page instead of having them kind of butting heads against each other, which they should work together. The fire and the air should work together. But sometimes when a fire burns so bright, it can suck all the oxygen out of the space. It takes away the ability to be able to think quickly or think clearly, because you just feel like that push of I have to go, I have to do, I have to advance. You know, and so you have that energy of pushing forward and pushing past these things, like just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, even though it's like at what cost to meet these goals, in this place where like it's making you realize how emotionally dissatisfied you are and you're not going to settle. So you're like, I have to move emotionally out of this space in order to meet these goals. And then you find that, okay, I need to structure, I need to stabilize the Emperor. I need to take these things and put it into a place where it can be sustainable, moving into that Mars energy. And so with there, we have the conversations that need to be happening, the plans that need to be put into place. Perhaps you're just making a schedule and finding a strategy. And then there's some mourning of that space that was not good for you emotionally, that was not satisfying you emotionally. And as you mourn those things, it also teaches you to trust yourself, and it teaches you to be mindful about the people that you entrust with your heart, with your emotions, with your dreams and your hopes. And then as we come into that, we get to this justice of finding the balance, of finding the harmony, especially internally and externally. And so getting to that space where it's like, no, I have worked really hard to find this fire, to find myself, and I'm going to defend that. I'm going to stand up for that. I'm going to make sure I don't lose ground. And so then we have this, okay, but I still need to go within, and I need to make sure that I'm internally balanced. I need to go behind the curtain. I need to be able to listen to my intuition and trust my intuition. And from there, you find that that cup is always being refilled. Behind the curtain, there is no depletion of the cup. And we have 3 of the 8s here, so you're definitely having a little bit of this thing going on with perfection, of needing to get everything right, of needing it to be perfect, leaving a situation that's not exactly what you want, that's not complete, feeling stuck in your head because you're overthinking and you're trying to get everything right, becoming the expert in your field because you want to be the best, you want it to be perfect. And so kind of a push and pull between this perfectionist energy and the energy of allowing things to actually move forward, and knowing that like at this state where everything might feel perfect, might feel balanced, it's actually not complete. So you do have to allow yourself to move forward, to move on, to get to out of the space of feeling trapped in your head, of releasing that and looking around and seeing what's like logically the next step. Even though that may cause you anxiety, it will get you to the space where you're no longer trapped in your head, of getting to the 9 of Pentacles, which is enjoying all the fruits of your labor instead of feeling like you constantly have to be working and getting better and doing better, of getting to the you're already there with the 9. You have the 9 of Wands and you have the 7 of Wands, which indicates that the 8 of Wands is present here. That manifestation, things are happening, things are going, things are growing, and you have to allow yourself that space to move forward, to get to the end, to reach completion. And so part of that is the other side of that scale is the mind. It is the mental work and the mental health and the becoming a student of yourself, a student of the situation, instead of feeling like you have to be a perfectionist, getting everything right and knowing everything. Okay, so that's it for my Leos. I love you. You want a private reading? Send me a message. You want to work together? Send me a message. I'll see y'all later, Leos. Bye.